Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Annette and I'm sewing in Michigan. This year I've decided to participate in the Sew Frugal 25 challenge. So I'm here to tell you about my plans for the challenge and to invite you to participate as well. This is a sewing challenge that comes around in March each year. And the rules of the challenge are that you need to choose a free pattern. It has to be free to everyone, not just free to you. So finding something online that you can download for free is a good way to go. Many of the vloggers that are taking part in this challenge have videos on YouTube about free patterns that they recommend. And in a moment, I'll show you the free pattern that I'm going to use. With this free pattern, you need to then choose a fabric from your stash. So the principle behind Sew Frugal is that you're not spending any new money, that you're using something you already have. So once you've chosen a free pattern and something from your stash, you sew up a garment. It has to be a garment. It can't be something like a bag or craft. It needs to be something wearable. And then you reveal your finished garment on March 31st on Instagram, and you tag the two people listed at the bottom of the picture here. And I will also put their tags in the description box of this video. Ruanne, the Yorkshire Sew Girl, and Sam from Frugalissima are the two sponsors of this challenge. So you will tag them in your March 31st reveal. They will evaluate all of the submissions and then choose some winners, and I understand that there are prizes. Now, I'm not in it for the prizes. I just think it's fun to participate in these things and to challenge ourselves to use what we already have and to not spend any new money. So I would like to show you my fabric and my pattern. This is the fabric I've chosen. It is from the Draper James range at Joann's. It's a premium cotton, so it's a very lightweight, soft, kind of drapable cotton in a pattern called Blueberry Floral Clusters. And, you know, I was just in Joann's earlier today to see what was going on there and how the sale was going. And there's very little left now except fleece and some quilting fabric, but they did have about 6 bolts of this on the shelf. So if it appeals to you, this might be a good time to go and get some. They're evidently shipping it in from the warehouses. I liked this pattern because it seemed kind of like a Liberty type of print, and I thought it would make a really pretty spring blouse. So in my desire to make a spring blouse, I started looking for patterns, and here's what I found. In my search for free patterns, I was watching various YouTubers who were recommending free online patterns that someone could use for this challenge, and ran across this one on Michelle's Sewing Bunny channel. So if you watch Sewing Bunny, you might have seen this as well. She's a very dear, sweet person and was recommending several very easy free downloadable patterns, and this one caught my eye. It's called the Honor Blouse by Pauline Alice Patterns. The link is shown here on the screen, and I will also include that link in the description box if you find this one interesting. You can see it's a square-necked top that pulls on over the head. It has an elbow-length puffed sleeve and a rounded hem. So this looked like a really easy spring top in a style that I like. And I have to say, when I printed this out, it was one of the easiest PDF patterns I've ever put together. A lot of times it's quite a jigsaw puzzle to put them together because pages aren't numbered or cutting lines don't line up. This one, all the pages were numbered. The lines met up perfectly from one page to the next. I had no trouble putting it together whatsoever. Now, when you see my paper pattern, it's going to look very wrinkled because I had taped it all together and then folded it up. But I assure you, it was a very user-friendly pattern to put together. So let's take a look at it. Here is the Onel pattern all printed out on regular letter size paper and stuck together. Over here I have the fabric I'm planning to use, and here are the instructions for the blouse. And when I step back and you see the pattern, you can see that there is a front and a back, a sleeve, and a couple of facing pieces, and that's really about it. So I think it's going to be relatively simple to put together, and it's going to look very pretty in this fabric. Again, here is what the line drawing of the blouse looks like. So you can see it has an elbow length puff sleeve and a square neckline with a rounded bottom that I imagine I'm going to lengthen a little bit because it's kind of cropped for my taste. I like the hemline to come down on my hips a little more. Now you can see the lines, the cutting lines on the pattern here. Some are dotted, some are dashed, some are solid lines. And what you need to do is go to the legend here and find your line and then cut on that line. So what I think I'm going to do once I determine what line I need is to take a highlighter and trace around that line on the whole pattern so it'll be easier for me to cut out. So that's what I'm going to be working on this weekend, and you will see my finished make when I do the big reveal on March 31st on Instagram. My Instagram handle is in the description box below if you would like to follow me there so you can see what I make. And I will reveal it here on YouTube again too after that date. Let me know if you're going to participate, and if so, what free pattern you have chosen and what kind of fabric you have chosen. This is a great challenge for us to get into our stashes and also to gain some knowledge on what kind of free patterns are available. So I hope you'll join me. Have a wonderful week. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.